Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. So today I'm going to solve another machine from Hack the Box. The machine level is easy and machine name is Bounty Hunters. So before going to solve this machine, I just want to brief a bit about the machine. So initial from the initial scan and map scan, you will find two ports are open, 22 and port number 80. Once you go to visit the website, you will find there is a website, and once you engage with that website and go deeper, you will find that this website is actually vulnerable to Xxe, that is XML external entity. And while engaging with the website, uh, according to the behavior of the website, you will feel that there is some kind of database running. Also, there is a directory in a website in which you will find one document that also tell you that there is a database running, but the database is not published, so you will not get the database port on the nmap scan. So once you exploit that Xxe vulnerability, you will be able to read the files, the system files or the target files. And once you able to read the files and you know that the database is running, so you can also read the database connection file. So in that file, you will find the username, password, database name, and that is a way to get the user. Another part, once you get the user, uh, you can actually enumerate for the privilege escalation, and during enumeration, you will find that the user is able to run a Python script as root. So that is another way to get root. That's been said, without wasting time, let's go to the lab. So first thing first, nmap space hyphen s capital V for the version, space hyphen s capital C for the default scripts, and the target IP 10.10.11.100 space hyphen O capital N, and I save this result in default.nmap file because I already scanned it to save the time. So I'm just going to show you. So default.nmap, and as you can see, port number 22 and port number 80 is open. So I'm going to copy this, and here nmap results, just to keep in mind, copy this. Next thing, before going or before visiting the website, because it is on port 80, so why not go buster there space hyphen z hyphen w slash user uh, share word list the buster and directory I'm going to use 2.3 medium, then space hyphen u for the url. So http colon slash slash 10.10.11.100, and the thread I want to choose is 40. So it's always better to keep running some background enumeration processes, so simultaneously you will get more results. Okay, so hit enter and go back to the website. http colon slash slash and the target IP, enter, and this is the website running on the target machine. So first thing first, I'm just going to see the page source because maybe we will find something. Okay, these we already see on the website, but this resources, CSS, assets, these we found here. Another part is to configure the contact from email address, go to the mail slash contact underscore me.php and update the email address in the PHP file. So this could be interesting also. We can read this file later if we can read. Okay, now that's it for this. So go back and okay, we see about and contact, but portal is not here, so we need to click on the portal. Once we click on the portal, you will find portal.php, portal under development, and go here to test the bounty tracker. So click here. Also, before going deeper to this, I just want to see GoBuster results. So we got these results. Fine. So up to now, I got this. So I'm just going to copy this, and you can take screenshots also, paste it here. So first thing, I'm going to keep it running and try to access the resources. Resources, okay. And here you can see this file is, because all other files are JS and CSS, but this is readme.txt is something you should read. And here, as you can see, this is kind of to-do list. There are few tasks. The first one is disable test account on portal and switch to the hashed password. Disable no pass. Okay. Write tracker submit script. Tracker submit script. Okay, this is done, I think. And connect tracker submit script to the database. And actually, this line confirms that there is a database running in background, right? Fix developer group permissions. And this line tells us that on the system, on the target machine, there is one group named as developer, and maybe a user also exists with the name developer, right? So this information is also very interesting. So just keep it here, save. Okay, fine. Now we already have burp suite, so I want to capture actually all these requests on the burp suite. So just enable the burp proxy on your browser. So expert title, I want to say custom title, CWE 1111 score 8 and the bounty reward $2000. Submit that and we will find this. So if DB were ready, we would have added. Okay. So what happened here? This result tells us that okay, if the database is ready, means it's already exists. But if ready, this is gonna be saved in the database, right? First thing here, we do not find any parameter. So if we find some kind of parameter, we can go for the direct object reference and maybe for the SQL injection and many things. So as we already captured the request, so this is our first request, and you can see the path is tracker underscore dev proof, something like this. So click on it and we find this request. This is what we enter in the form, right? But in the request, the data what we entered is, I think, base64 with URL encoded, because this is the encoded form of the equal sign in the URL encoding, right? So to confirm, just I'm going to copy this, and or we can directly send it to the decoder. Go to the decoder and decode as URL, and you can see now this is decoded to equal to sign, right? Now this is now base64, so decode this again to base64, and you can see something here that is uh, fine. Let me check one more time because maybe it decoded. because this is the last string and it comes as it is. Why? I don't know. Wait a moment. Let's just decode this again. URL and decode it in base64. Yeah, now it's okay. So this is XML, and that takes my attention and let me think that this application may be vulnerable to XML external entity, that is Xxe. So I tried Xxe injection, and how we can try is we can payload all the things. This is just to show you, if you still wanna read more or check, so you can go to this resource. This is very good. So Xxe injection, go there and you will find this here. So exploiting Xxe to retrieve files. So actually I wanna read the file to see whether this, to confirm whether this application is vulnerable or not. So I wanna read etc password file, right? So I just wanna copy this and paste it here, right? And again I want to paste this here. So this is what we got, and this one we will use to create our payload for the Xxe injection, right? So what you need to do is, and this, right? So here doc type space whatever you can write here. So I'm just gonna write root, fine, space, and here entity space Xxe. Again, this Xxe, this word you can write anything you want here. Then from system, I actually want to read file slash slash, and this slash for the root slash etc slash password. Fine. Okay, that's it. Then what you need to do, just take this, and anywhere you want to get the result of this file, suppose there are fields like title, CWE, CVSS. So suppose that in the place of CWE I want the result of etc password file. So I put this here, and but we need to put and semicolon. Okay, so that's it. Now what we need to do is just take this, copy, come here, and cyber chef. You can do this on the bug suite also. You can encode this value to the base64. I am doing here in the cyber chef, so you see more ways to do things. So I want to encode the clear text into the base64, so I choose to base64, paste that value here. So as you can see, we added this line, and here we add this object, right? Okay, and this is the base64 value. So I'm going to copy this value, go back to the bug suite, and go back to the proxy, and actually send this request to the repeater. Go to the repeater and just send this first. Okay, that puts 8 and $2000. Okay, now I actually want to delete this value, and whatever you created the XML for the injection, so take the base64 encoded value and put it here, then choose again this, because this will actually not work, because you need to send it in the URL encoded format. So everything will be acceptable, but these signs is not, because what we see before, how actually application give us response, we see that these values are URL encoded. So the server will accept anything in the same format, right? So we again right click on it, go to the convert selection. So we need to convert it into the URL encode, and we will URL encode in only the key characters. So once you encode this, this will be your final XML injection payload, right? So I'm just going to send this, go down, and that's it. You can see in the CWE parameter, you will find the etc password value. Okay, so this is the etc password file. It means now you confirm that the target is vulnerable to Xxe, means this application is vulnerable to Xxe. You just need to I'm gonna copy this, copy and paste it here. Then development user is there, right? And here they said developer group. So developer group and development user is here. And I don't need all these. And okay, no problem. Another time, once we get the user shell, we can again read the file, no problem. But just to make sure what we have, we just take it here, write it here. Fine. Now what you need to do is, as we know from the task or to-do list, we have a database here. So if we have a database, we can also read the database connection file. Database connection file is a file in which all the database credentials are there, like how the application is connected with the database server, and which database the application should connect with the database server. So all these information there in the database connection file, or we can say database configuration file, or db.php, db.conf, like this, right? Okay, so for this, as we can see here, actually this application have PHP, right? And if we go here and see the headers, you will find it's designed on PHP. So for PHP, the database file is gonna be by default it's db.php, something like this. So uh, we can search that file, and if we are www data, so because www data user is there, and the default path for this user is where www, and inside where www there is HTML, and inside HTML you will find that db.php file. Okay, so we will try to read that file. If it is there, we can read. So there is a bit guesswork also, but if you know the structure of Linux, it's easy for you to guess this. So go back to the cyber shelf, and this time I am just going to change this var www/html and /db.php, and rest of the things are gonna same. So just bake one more time to be confirmed that your base64 value is correct. Copy this, go to the bug suite again, just change this value, come on. Okay, paste that again. First of all, choose this value, then right click. So you will find URL encode only key characters. As you can see, it changed, and now send that again. So what we have here is nothing. So maybe we did something wrong. Let's check again. So file is gonna be var www html db.php, and what is the result we got here? See, there is in the response actually we got title and the title value we entered. We got score and the score value what we entered before. We got rewards and the value of rewards what we entered before. But we just did not get the value of CWE, which should be the value of db.php. It means we got the results, but just not for the CWE. So maybe we need to actually use PHP filters or wrappers. So let's see, you can easily find that. One more thing, because the application is using Base64, so I think the Base64 filter should be there. It should work. On the payload, all the things, you can search here PHP. So in the LFI, you will find wrappers, PHP filters, right? That's what I want. So go to that link and you will find these. And among those, I actually need this one, Base64, right? So what it gonna be? It is gonna convert the content of the db.php file into Base64 in code, and then we can decode it. So let's just use this. And how we will use this? Let's go back and go to the cyber chef. Where is it? Yeah, this one. So now file is gonna be instead of file, because the extension is PHP, so we are gonna use PHP, then filter and slash convert dot base64 hyphen encode slash then the file name, and the file name is actually here, it should be resource. So resource is equal to where www html db.php. Okay, so that seems good. Bake again, and it's already, I think, done. Copy this, go back to the website again and delete this value and paste the new value and right click, convert URL, encode key characters and send this again. And this time, as you can see, we got the value base64 encoded value of db.php. So now just copy this and go to the work suite. We already on work suite decoder, and just paste this here and decode as base64, and we are done. So copy this value and I'm going to paste it here. Also, I'm going to take this. Maybe we need to use it again. Fine. That's it. So as you can see, the DB name is Bounty and DB server is localhost. It means it is not published, and that's why we did not get it on the nmap scan. DB username admin, DB name Bounty, and this is the DB password, and test user is test. If we go and see the task, so it said that disable test account on portal and switch to hashed password, disable no pass. So the first thing that is I'm very sure about this, that we cannot remotely connect to this database server, but we can do one thing. We can actually try this password with the development user, because I think there are only two users who can run bin bash. So one is root, and of course another one is development. So we are going to try this. Username is development, and the password is gonna be this. Copy and paste. See. So clear this and clear that, and just so SSH uh, DEV development at 10.10.11.100, enter, and we need this password, so copy it, yes, and paste the password. Okay, and we are done. So we are now in the machine, ls-la, and we are in the home directory of the development user. Very good. Now net state space hyphen plpn, and these two ports and the port number 80, and there is no another port for the, okay, let me check in that way also, net state space hyphen ano. So ano, there is something running on 60430 sync send, and this is my connection, something running on this. Okay, so first thing, maybe the database was there before and they configured everything for database, but now it's not working. So I really don't know about this thing at this moment, because if the database is running, there should be a port for the database, and there is no standard port for the database here. Actually, if MySQL, if SQL Server is running, so 3306 should be there. If Oracle is running, so 1521 port should be there, but nothing is here. Okay, no problem. We can carry on our enumeration. So uname space hyphen a to see which version of Linux is there. Okay, so we can take this, copy and paste it here. Save. Let's see if this user can run something as sudo, and this is what I told you before, that the user can run this Python script with Python 3.8. So let's see and check what is in that script. So the first thing is I want to check cd/opt ls-la skytrain inc. So there is a directory invalid ticket, and there is a file ticket validator.py, this file. Fine. Okay, so cd Skytrain Inc. And let's see what's in this directory. ls space hyphen la invalid tickets. Okay, so few tickets are there, and the directory is actually invalid ticket. So maybe the tickets uh, those are invalid are kept in this directory. Okay, so actually to understand this thing, we need to first see this Python script and we need to understand. Okay, so cat ticket validator.py, and this is, I'm going to copy and paste it here in a new file for understanding this file better. So it said that Skytrain Inc. Ticket Validation System 0.1 do not distribute this file. So first of all, there are three functions. One is load file, another one is evaluate, and the third one is main function. And actually this main function is calling these above two functions, right? So let's see. Load file, if LOC, there is a parameter defined here, LOC. So if LOC dot end switch uh, dot md return open file and read that file. Otherwise, tell the user that file type is wrong. So first of all, to pass the ticket, we must create a file having extension .md. You need to create a file with these specifications, right? So let's go and do this. So I'm going to clear this cd slash temp ls hyphen la. What's there? Nothing. So clear this, and nano is there or not? Nano, and let's say test.md. So the first thing, if you want your ticket to be valid, you must put uh, this extension. Okay, so now to validate your file content, so the first thing is, if x dot start with, uh, if the value, the first line is not started with this, it will say false, right? So we must add this value in the file. So just paste the selection here. Good. Go to the next line. Just it's very simple. You just need to read line by line and create the file. Another thing is, it is saying, okay, in the next line, it's saying if the value not equal, not this, then it will say false. It means the value must be this value, right? So again, copy this and paste it here. Sorry. Okay. This is another line. Now jump to the next line. Okay. Uh, that is printing fine. Next line is if x dot start switch is underscore ticket, then it will add another line. On the third line, this value must be there. So just copy this, Control C, and paste it here. Right? Okay. Go to the next line and see what it's saying. This line a bit tricky, but you can figure it out. So in the first line, the first thing it said, if x dot start switch is not 2 asterisks, it is gonna say false. So first thing, we need to add 2 asterisks. So asterisk asterisk, still we are on the same line. So now Okay, it will replace these two asterisks with this. So int ticket slash 7 percentage and equals to 4. So now here, this is actually a bit calculation you need to do. You need to find out the value uh, with which, like, I can say, okay, come here, I can say this. You need to calculate this, okay, percentage 7 and equals to 4. So which value here you need to put. For that, if you make the percentage of 7, so the answer should be 4. So if you make this calculation, you will find that this value is 102, right? So if you do like 102 and mod 7, so its value will be 4. So this is the trick here. So just come here and go to the back here and you will see, okay, so you will need to put it here 102, then plus, because if you see closely, it is going to split the line with the plus sign. So I'm going to write the plus sign. If I can say it will split actually, okay, and 1 equal to 1, and this condition is uh, actually true or false here. So 1 equal to 1, that is correct, or it will go again, and here I'm going to say import, and the module I'm going to import is os fine dot system system os dot system, and then run the slash bin slash bash and done. So wait a moment, here it should be import, right? So why I put here a plus and then this condition, because if you see this line, once it is going to check the ticket code, it will actually remove these two asterisks, okay, and put nothing. Then it will, in the line, it will split the line into two parts and split from the plus sign, okay. So from this plus sign, it will actually separate this part and this part in two parts, and separate these two parts as a list. So this is going to be first part and this is going to be uh, another value of the list, right? So, and it will check this value. So this value 1 equal to 1, of course, work for us. Let's go save this. So Control O, enter, and Control X. And let's see if it's there or not. ls enter, and test.md is there. Now sudo space -l, okay. Now try to run this file. Uh, so paste this, enter. So it's saying please enter the path of the ticket. So /temp/ test.md, enter. Destination, what was that? Run it one more time. Who am I? Okay. Let's run this one more time. Sorry, very sorry. I forgot to run this with sudo. So /temp /test.md, and we are root. Yeah. So here the problem is I actually forgot to run this with the sudo. So who am I? And host name and ID and and if we go cd, so we are in the home directory of the root ls-la, and you will find root.txt. Now we are the whole sole authority of this machine. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video. Bye.